Hi, welcome back to another update. Lulu's van build coming along, getting her done, getting her done. Guess what? The seat is out. Yay! Come over here and check it out. It's gone. It's gone. It's gone. So I'm in the process of insulating down there. And before I closed it up, I wanted to show you what it looks like. So here is where the seat was. And this fine gentleman that did this, all that's remaining is this right here. Down in here, he stuffed the sensors. He wrapped them all up in electric tape and he zip tied wires. And then in here, he stuffed these two little boxes, simulate that it was still hooked up to the airbags. It's this little part. And we ordered the part for that. And that's why there was very little stuff to store away. The only thing that was left behind was this one piece of the seatbelt. And if we had another one of those parts, he could have used the part on this too and tricked this out. But if he cut this off, the airbag light would be on. So he asked me, do you want to get a part? Or do you want to just stick this right here? And I was like, oh yeah, that's nothing. I'm going to stick it right there. So now I'm in the process of insulating, and I just stopped because I wanted to show you under here. And this is basically, this will take up no space at all. And I'll just go like this. I'm going to continue that down there. And it will just be a nice, clean, tidy floor like this. So I thought I would just, and it's under my bed. And so I figured I would insulate it a little bit like this. I don't want to be putting that foam board down here. I'm good with that. And so yeah, so this is going to be the bed. The foot of the bed will be right here. We got it all figured out that it will be 26 inches up here, 26, 26. When it gets to about right here, it will be about 24. It will go down to about 22 right here. And down there, it might go down to about 19. But it's fine. It's just my legs. You really just need the space up here, you know? So that's going to be that. And I look forward to building that. And I want to tell another story. I want to tell another story about this gentleman that did this and how I came to find him. A subscriber here on my channel. And you know, I'm sorry, but the name is escaping me because I'm trying to keep track of almost 12,000 people and comments, and it's impossible. And I can't remember her name, but she emailed me. She told me that there was a guy in my area that said that she was talking to that said he takes seats out of vans all the time. He's in a van build business. So she gave me his number and said to call him. So I was like, oh, great. So I called him and he said, yeah, he goes, we just have to order a part, that part that it's just like tricks it out. And so I went up there today and had it done. And while I was there, I said to him, I said, this woman that that gave me your contact number, I said, is she a customer of yours? And he said, no. I said, well, how does she know you, that she uh, referred you to me? And he said, she called and said that she was looking for people to take my seat out. She was calling people to find somebody that would take my seat out. She was finding people in Massachusetts. And I was like, he goes, yeah, she told me that she watches your channel. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was like, I just like I can't even believe that. I thought she was just giving me a recommendation of somebody that she knew, somebody that she had van work done on. She was actually making phone calls for me, and I'm going to find your email. It's going to be lost in a thousand emails, but I'm going to find it, and I want to thank you directly, but I'm going to thank you right here. What a beautiful thing! Like she was determined that I was going to get this seat out, and for it to mean that much to her, because she knew how much it meant to me, it just warms my heart, makes me feel good, and thank you very much. That's how I found this guy, and not only that, but I'm going to have him do my solar. He's going to do the solar on my roof, and he's going to put my roof vents in. I've sent him links to things that I have picked out, and he measured my roof, and he's going to figure it all out for me. And then, you know, I was going to do it myself. Between Bob and I, we could figure it out in YouTube videos. But how I hired out the insulation? I want to hire that out too. So I decided to hire that out. So hopefully I'll hear from him soon. He was just a lovely young man. He must have been in his 20s, maybe 30. I don't think, but very young, very smart. He's an electrical engineer. He went to college for electrical engineering and he has a degree. And he was just doing all his wires and his stripping wires and reconnecting different wires and um, heat wrapping wires, the heat gun. And then he just like, he knew what he was doing. So if you ever need any kind of van work done and you're in Massachusetts, you just let me know because somebody let me know. And yeah, it was a very good connection. Thank you again. So look what we have here. I did my wall covering. This is exactly how I envisioned it. Exactly how I envisioned it. The top has been fastened. I know many people have been talking about how this should be on a hinge and it should come down and use the storage. I want it just like this. This is what I want. And what I did was I have some hooks up here that I can hang. Like there's a hook on the other side right up here. I could hang like um, different kind of bags with short handles. I can hang things up here that will take that space. And on top of the wheel well, things can sit. And then there's also a hook over here. So I'll utilize that space, no problem. But I want this to be stationary. I want to put just like a couple little things up here, very shallow things, but I want to keep most of this open to always be, I imagine like doing my food prep here and then having when I take my food out of my cooler that I'm going to use, like say I'm making a salad, I'll put all the food here, and then do all the prep here, and just always be just taking one thing, and so I'll have two counters. I'm very happy about that. And then I found in all my stash of stuff, I found these gorgeous tassels. Check them out. Look at how beautiful those are. So I said, I'm just going to throw them right up there because I think they look kind of cool. This little thing is a little candle holder and it's a little copper. And I like to burn incense in that. And I think it's adorable. But I'm kind of thinking that as I go along, perhaps I'll be using these hooks for bags of storage things because I might need it. I don't know how much I can get away with the decorative items. But let me tell you about these magnets. These magnets are amazing. Okay, so they're very, very strong and they hinge and they turn. They go up or down. So I can put it on the ceiling like this and I can hang something. Or, oh, it's hard because they're very strong. Or I can put them right here and then go like that and it can hang something on the wall. So that is, these are very good. I got them on Amazon. They're great magnets. They are very, very, very strong. And uh, I have them. I just put them all in here. I don't know exactly what I'll be hanging on all of them, but I just took them out and hung them up. I worked today on the preparation for this for this counter. And let me get this out of the way. Bob is going to come over tomorrow, and we're going to work on this together. So basically, the way it's going to look is like this. What we're doing here is I whitewashed these. See, like you can see the difference. That's whitewashed, and that's just a regular 2x4 whitewash. See the difference? And I just did the one side because that's going to go right here. So the idea here is that this cubby, because I have plenty of room now that I don't have a bed here, and this is, I have plenty of room. Look at how much room I have. I push this away from the wall because the further away from the wall this is, the deeper my counter is. Follow me? So if I put this up to the wheel well, my counter will be less deep. So this is where I found it to be comfortable, right here, that I still have room to get around like this and go like this and to go like this to get food out of my cooler. So now to make a counter that deep, this is going to go right here. Okay, that's going to get installed right like that. And Bob just comes through. I can't do it. It takes too much muscle. You come up it with a screw, and you have to go like at an angle, and then another one at a different angle, and that's how you get it so that it doesn't wobble. Okay, so that's because we did that on my last build to put the cooler up. So then the next thing is going to be now these drawers I painted red. So the drawer is going to go here. It's just going to be just like this. I just go like this, in and out. It's not going to be on, doesn't have to be on slides. I don't want it on slides. And then this one, I just whitewashed the front because that's the only thing you're going to see. This one will go in the middle like this. Same installation. And then this next drawer will sit right here. And then this one, I whitewashed one side in one end, and that goes right here. And then there's just enough room right here for the Berkey to come peeking through here. Perfect, okay? So then, once that's all installed, I'm going to do just like about 1/4 of an inch between each thing. This is going to be the counter, and I haven't cut it yet, but I have scribed it. I made a template that goes around here into this part of the wall and comes down. So see, I drew it right here. So this is where it's going to cut. That's where it's going to cut. So just imagine that it's kind of cut. This is what it's going to be like this, right? And then, of course, it will be cut completely flush here. I'm going to finish it just like this, the same thing, because it's the same wood. This is what I did on here was I whitewashed it, and then I did 3 coats of polyurethane and sanded between each coat. So this is going to be a surface that can be wiped down very well. And I'm going to do the same with this. So then right here is where these 2 cabinets are going to be stacked. I just cut these today. I cut these today using my chop saw. I have been so afraid of the chop saw, petrified of the chop saw, that I haven't used it. And I got a lesson on it about a few months ago from my friend Anthony. And I was like, oh, I can do that. So I like my chop saw now. It's really great. So these, I put 1 coat of paint on, but I want 1 more coat. So what these are going to do, these are as wide as the cabinets, the blue cabinets. So this is going to go right here like this, and those are going to get screwed in here. And then the 1 cabinet's going to go this way like that. And then the next level in between the 2 blue cabinets will be these 2 blue ones. I just want them to be spaced. I don't want them stacked on top of each other. I don't want them sitting on the counter. I want them to be up, and I want the doors to just be able to fall and not get stuck on anything. So I want them raised here. So it is just enough room. In fact, on one of them, Bob says he's gonna have to notch one of the corners of like the little molding on the end of the cabinets. I want to keep that molding on the end of the cabinets because it's a nice meaty surface for, like, if I want to hang something on one side, on the ends of it, to screw into. So he's going to have to notch out the little teeny corner, but it just fits. So that's going to raise those up like that. And then this one will be the spacers for the next one. And then, like I said, I'm going to do the same countertop here, and it's all going to be the whitewash. And then I just do this. This holds a lot of stuff. So I want to show you how the Berkey fits here just perfectly on the other end of it. Just like this, except it's going to be down on here, sitting on here, cut a hole out. It's probably going to come up this high. And that's the plan for the countertop. Amazon's here. What else is new? So that's the story. I got this all done. I love that leafy thing. So now I decided that what I'm going to do is this door right here. I'm going to also do this same fabric, but it's going to look a little different, and I'm going to tell you why. The reason it's going to look a little different is because of the pattern of this drape. So this drape was, the very top was very heavy with the greenery. So that was taken from the very top of the drape. But as you can see, as it goes down, it becomes less green. The green thins out and the birds appear. So I'm going to use this on the same wall on the door, and I'm going to have the top will be just right up here. So it's going to have a few birds in it, but it's going to tie in with that. It's not going to be identical, which is kind of good. I kind of like that. So that's what's going on with that. But I have to make a template for that. And I did mention that the next time I was going to make a template, I was going to show you how I make a template. So I will do that right now. So I'm going to make a template so that I can make one of these for here. And so I want to make it as right up to where this indents, right there. So it's a little bit bigger than the insulation. So what I do is this is just printer paper cut in fourths and some painter's tape. Any tape will do. So what I do is I put that right up to the edge where I want it to be, which is right there. Go like that. Then I go like this. Keep it right on that line that I want it to be. Rub. So two going up there is enough to hold it all up for now. So now I'm going to go in. I'm going to be taking it into this corner, and I see that I just need to just take a little curve right there. Should do it. Now I'm going to come right at that curve, and I'm just going to kind of take a little guess, and I'm going to go like this because I can position it exactly how it should be once I hold it up there like this. Just like that. That's where it goes, except that's, there we go. Yeah. So now I'm going to get the next piece. I'm going to go down like this. So now this one needs another one to keep it up. There we go. So this one has a little step, kind of goes in like that. And I got my Sharpie, and I'm going to mark where this thing ends. Because it's slipped down below there. So now before I take it off, I just want to make sure that every spot that might need to be reinforced. I think that's good. Maybe right here. So then I'm going to take this like this, go like that. There we go. So now we go over to the drawing board. So I'm going to take this. I'll see if I can fit that over here. Can I? I can. I can use that little edge. So now I'm going to just tape this on the inside. There we go. And then I'm going to take the Sharpie and oh, here's that line that I made. There we go. Now, go around with the Sharpie. There we go. Then I get my knife. This is easier. Here we go. So let's go fit it. There it is. Absolutely perfect. A perfect fit. Let's see. I think I'll place it so that these two birds. Nope, they're going to be right on the edge. Oh, I can fit them both. I can fit both birds. Nope. Oh, wait a minute. It has to go up. I need some fold over. That. And I get two birds. I don't get that bird. Oh. I don't know that I'll do anything with this. There's not much going on down the bottom of this drape. But I loved especially the top. I loved the top. So now I know this is the side I'm gonna spray. Spray. Oh, it's really tight whether these two birds are gonna fit. Come on, birdies. Cooperate. I think I got it. So I am going to, the first thing I'm going to do is iron this. I'm going to iron this, and then I'm going to spray this. I go like this, and I go like this. Spray, spray. Let it sit for 10 minutes so it's tacky. And then I bring this on top of here. I'm going to have to do this very carefully so I make sure I get my birds. And then trim the excess to about an inch, and then I pull and stick it to the back. I think I'm going to end the demo right there because I would rather do that tomorrow. Get out the iron and all that stuff. So just wanted to kind of show you how I make a template. And then the opposite door will be the same. So before I do this, I'll take that big extra piece and I'll trace this. So I don't even have to bother with the template again. The templates can go in the trash. And I also wanted to show you, this is an example of some of the things, in that storage where I had that big black metal box yanked out from behind the two seats. That's storage that it will be a little bit of a project to get to, but you can get to it. And I thought what I'm going to keep there is things that I hardly ever will need, but I want to take them with me. So a few of those things are this came with my car, and it's an air compressor. I have to learn how to use it, or I might as well not take it. But it works on the DC plug, and it will blow up a tire. If I learn how to use this, then it would be a wonderful thing to have, although I plan to always call AAA and not need it. But in a case where I may not be able to access AAA, I should have a little lesson on that. And another thing is I got was from a few of you have highly recommended this, is the little Noco Boost Plus, where it's this little unit that you charge and you keep it charged, and then from this unit I can jump my battery. So that would be very useful. And then also this 30-foot extension cord and this big, huge Bluetti. This is the power block. Like if I'm in shore power, if I'm plugged in someone's house, I can charge my my Bluetti and with this big, huge power block. So that won't be very often. So I will just keep that under there, and then I usually need this extension cord when I do this. I have a shorter extension cord that I like to keep handy, but this big 30-foot one, 100-foot one, whatever it is, that's for when I'm at someone's house. So all of this is the kind of stuff. I'm going to line it all up in that storage right there. That's probably the driver's side right there, and then this, and then, you know, there'll be things once I get the van together. But this is just an example of the stuff that I'll put there that's just that I don't need access to very much. Okay, so thank you for all your comments about that headboard, and consensus is keep it gray, and it is beautiful. But you know something? The 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 seat is out, so now I've been able to take really good measurements, and I can see that I have about maybe 5'8". So my bed will be 2 inches longer than my height, which is 2 inches longer than my last build. Because my last build, the bed was 5'6", because I had no choice. I had no choice. It was the only way I was going to get in and out of the van, was to have my bed short. So now I'm going to be able to get a couple of extra inches. It's still not going to be the regular length of a bed, but I get a couple of inches. Then I thought, if I put that headboard there, that big gray thing, it's like an inch thick. I'm going to lose an inch of bed. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to lose the inch of bed, but how can I put something there that can be attached, and that I mean, I don't need to like lay on it. It doesn't need to be like a brick, but I just want to be able to have like a little something to put my pillows against when I'm relaxing there. So let me show you an idea that I had that I think will work. I went to Lowe's today, to the garden department, and I bought a trellis. It's very heavy, right? But it's very thin. So what I'm thinking, and it's 24 inches, so it's 2 inches less than the bed. No, it's 20 inches. So there'll be 3 inches on either side of the bed, which is fine. It's going to have to be cut down because it's too tall. But I thought that this could go right on the side of the counter, right before the bed. And a couple of people here have commented saying it would be nice to be able to see through, to still have something, but to see through so it doesn't cut the space. This is it. It's black, which is, goes with the floor. It can easily be attached to both the bed frame and the cubbies, easily attached. And I think with the right tool, we can cut it down. And it was like $19. This is what I'm hoping is going to work. I hope. Because I think that would be beautiful. We'll see. We'll see what Uncle Bob says. And I put the table here. It fits right over the Blue Eddy, just perfectly. It will be L bracketed to the floor. So it's going to go nowhere. And then that big medicine cabinet is going to go right here. And what I decided that this is how we're going to attach it, is we're going to open the cabinet, and on the floor of it, we're going to screw right into this table. And then that's going to stabilize it that way. But then I thought of it being top heavy. We're going to put like 2 D-rings on the back, right about here, and use one of those real hard rubber bungees. You know, those black hard rubber bungees, not the elasticy one, but that real hard rubber one. And I raised my headrest right here, so I have this space, and I thought we'll go right around here, right around there, and just so it will be really tight against here, and then right on here. It will go nowhere. It will go nowheres. Nowheres. So that's what I got. That seat gone is just, I wasn't sure it was going to happen. I wasn't confident until it actually happened. Now, a couple of times while he was working on it, he was like, start your car, see if the airbag light is on. It wasn't on. And then he did more work on it. Then when he finished up, he said, check it again. The airbag light wasn't on. And he said, sometimes it can come on when you start driving. And if that happens, you can just bring it back, and I'll work on it further. It never came on. There's no airbag light. That means that it's totally it's totally rigged electronically that it thinks that the seat's still there and that the seatbelt's still there. He's a genius, that young man. And I'm grateful. I'm very, very grateful. I'm going to just cut the seatbelt right out, right here. I'm just going to cut this out and cut this out and just get rid of it. He asked me if I wanted to get rid of this thing, but you know something? I said keep it because it could be that I want to hang something from it, because there's not a lot of wall hanging space I have, because everything I have is like this, and other than all the metal, I really don't have any place to hang things on the walls. So um, I said leave that. I might just hang my purse on that or something, you know. So yeah, so it's really exciting. So Bob is coming tomorrow. We're going to work on the counter. This is 100% done. Um, I'm just thrilled with this. This looks exactly how I pictured, from this to this to this. Oh, 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 oh. Anyway, so you can see, if you look down there, you can see that the storage space. See that storage space? So even though the bed's going to be here, the bed's going to be up here, I'm still going to be able to get under the bed, all the storage under here. If I really need to get to anything right here, all I need to do is take out whatever's here. So like if I have, I don't know, whatever, if there's a big sleeping bag here or something, I don't know what's going to be here, I can just take that out and then I have access to this. Over here, if I just pull my seat up all the way, I can have access to that. So it's not very, very, and even under the driver's seat, there's a lot of storage space too. But the seat will have to be forward for me to get to it. So that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. And I am one happy camper. I'm a happy camper doodle. Bye for now.